The regenerative surgery. All right, team, we are starting. I think we are going to have opening remarks from Gloria. It's going to be a good day. We are going to experience what the Kweli campaign is made of. Gloria, please come and start us.
I'm ready to buy. Morning, everyone. It's nice if we have some days like this in office. We are doing serious work, but it makes it a little bit fun. So I was just told to make some opening remarks. I would like to welcome everyone to this event. I think for FTFIR, this is really what we love to do. First of all, farmers are at the heart of everything that we do. As FTFIR, we exist to increase incomes and livelihoods of smallholder farmers. So it's nice that we are here and trying to fit into those shoes in whatever way we perceive the farmers, so that we feel at least like a part of them, such that when we start to think how do we increase the income, then maybe we think a little bit better. So for us as FTFIM, some of the pathways for increasing incomes of the farmers is to ensure that they're able to access markets and essential services. So markets, I see a sprayer here, inputs, input markets, how do they access food spraying services, better seeds, I saw someone carrying some seeds, for the fruits that farmers produce, how do they access better markets, such that that results into increased incomes. So this is at the heart of what we do as FTFIM, including how do they get money. I saw someone carrying the how do they access financing? There are a lot of challenges in accessing that. So besides this, it's particularly harder for women and those in marginalized communities to access these services. So at the heart of what we do at FTFIR is to try to see how can women be able to access these markets, these services, and so that they can better their livelihoods. And the Kweli campaign, in a way, fits in very well because some of the issues around lack of access come about because of the social norms. It's mainly around the social norms and how we change the behavior and the perception of the business entities that are there. Maybe some of them don't look at women as serious clients. So how do we change that behavior? And I like the fun way in which the We Connect guys are doing this, because in a fun way we are communicating that yes, women can. Is it Kweli? Kweli. Kweli. Women can. Women can what? Women can access credit. They can. So it's really nice that we are being a part of this, and I hope that beyond just the fun, that the serious message can pass out and go to those that we are targeting. So I'm not here to say many things, but just to welcome everyone and the team online. It would have been nice to see you all. Since you're seeing us, can you turn on your cameras so that we see whether you know? you will have the same vibe that we have here. So I'll get this. I guess we can just get started with this. Dorothy, I don't know who is coming on next, but welcome everyone to this event.
Okay. So, good morning once again. Yes, smile away. We are from We Connect Group, and we are very, very privileged to be here, especially in this fashion, and also find you in similar fashion. So we are connected. So we are called We Connect Group. So what me and Daphne are going to do is to just contextualize what this campaign is all about. But more importantly, we are not yet speaking to the farmers, we have not yet gone to the media, we have not gone anywhere. But we felt that the most prudent thing to do is to speak to you, the VVIPs first. Okay? So I am very, very honored to be speaking to us. Madam, you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, I am. You're not the farmer. I am not the farmer. I am just a person that does other things on the farm, but I am not the farmer. My name is Daphne Kanza, and I work with the Connect.
Okay, and today we are not here to we're not here to say so many things. We'll keep the same theme. We started with a good vibe, so we don't want the vibe to die. So we'll just have just a few slides. So right now we're going to focus your attention on the screen, and those of you who've been seeing the communication, I think that came through this week, we promised you that we're going to announce something big, and finally we are going to see that today. And as you anticipate, let's start off. As we go along, you will appreciate where the announcement is and what is in it for you. So the attention should go from my money, but to the. Okay. So to get us started, there's this very, very powerful quote that I wanted to start with that really explains why the few of us that are in this room are actually very, very special. This lady called Margaret said that never doubt that a small group of thoughtful and committed people can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that it ever has. We may be few here, we are less than about 40 people, but we must believe that the few of us here, what we do starting now for this campaign will actually change the world.
And we are truly, truly proud. We are proud and we take pride in who we are, the things that we do, what we represent, and the contributions that we do through our work. We do that because of the two organizations that we work with, that is DIE and We Connect Group. As you can see that, and as we get to know more about We Connect Group, and as much as we have known about DIE, we see that we have a lot in common, both within us and you. However, we as human beings, we as a collective, we are very selfish people. We want to participate in things through which we see ourselves in. If I don't see myself in something, I'll not participate in it. And unfortunately, it doesn't stop there. It goes on and on and on. Most of us are on social media. We see when someone gets an accident these days, before even we run to help the person, we want to first be the one that gets the news. Yeah? We are laughing at them, they are falling on the bicycle, we are laughing at them, we are capturing the moments that we can shine on the internet. So we are selfish like that.
And that being selfish does something very, very, very troublesome if we are not careful. Because of our sometimes innate selfishness, there's a lot of consequences that people are suffering. And in the context of what we are trying to do, you'll find people being beaten, people being denied money, people being denied access to certain things, just because of certain things that predispose us to be selfish. Things like these persistent gender norms that negatively affect, especially the women in agriculture. Things like women should not own assets, so if they don't have assets, they will not be in position to take loans. Things like women should be only restricted to doing things in the household, they can't venture out there. Things like that in our perspective, stem from that sort of selfishness that we have. And what we are here today is to speak and exercise out that sense of selfishness that sometimes we make be guilty, or we are just automatically tuned to do that, such that we then free ourselves from these consequences. And that's what this campaign is all about. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, we come up with this campaign, the campaign that says, Kweli, women of our land can. And they can do what? They can handle credit, they can buy and grow quality seeds and access inputs, they can grow businesses, they can succeed if there is no balance in their homes, and they can also improve the prosperity of their household if there is open communication. And that's the key message that this morning and for the next couple of months and beyond, as we're going to be running and being part of this campaign, this is the key message to send out there. This is the message that we are appealing to us to represent, to reinforce the fact that Kweli, women of our land can.
Yeah, and as you said, what we're trying to do is to affirm with Kweli that with men's support, women can be and can do anything within the agricultural market systems. So we are calling upon all of us to get involved, to be part of this movement of empowering women to be more and do more within the agricultural market systems. And you can do that by sharing stories. When we are there at work doing different work, share the stories, share the voices of the people that are unseen and unheard of. Share the voices of the woman. And how can you get involved? There are lots of activities that we are going to be doing. It's just a few of them. We have 2 phases. Phase 1 is from this November till December, when we break for Christmas, and then we'll come back for phase 2. We'll have workshops, we'll have events, we'll have radio talk shows, we'll have radio adverts, radio dramas, community events. We'll also have social media. We have social media platforms where you can go post your stories, post your pictures, and also share our platforms with your friends and family.
And before we continue, today there is a wonderful opportunity for you to get started. Later on today, we're calling upon you, start thinking about the flexibility of your bones and the motion that you can create, because we're going to be dancing later on, and we're going to guide you through that, and it's going to be very, very interesting.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the conclusion of this presentation, on our screen right now are different women that have and have been more the women of our land. Some of them we can see in this room.
I beg, that's me.
Yeah. Some of them, they are our inspirations. We have the inspirations from FTF, we have the inspirations from We Connect Group. But all of us, it could be you, it could be me, it could be your brother, it could be your sister, it could be your mom. Yeah.
These are women that honestly we can testify to that they can handle credits. These women can buy and grow quality seeds. These women can grow business. These women have proved that they are in healthy relationships where there is no gender-based violence. These women are open in their communication with their partners, and that is what we are seeking to say. Let all the women in agriculture out there be inspired, and as staff, we have a huge role to play through this campaign to ensure that more and more and more women really become all these things. And with those remarks, thank you very much. We wish you the best of this campaign, and we'll do it together. So, next on our agenda is something very, very simple. So people have come here clad in different attires, having money all over, some having dirt all over, some are putting on different things. We want to give an opportunity to hear from you, a few people, what inspired the volunteers. I just choose at random. Okay, so the first volunteer, we come and just explain to us the inspiration behind your attire. Fingers have been pointed. I don't know if you have been accepted.
Who, me?
Yes, I'm going to get one person from this zone. I'll get one person from here. Oh, we already have somebody from this zone and also get somebody from that zone. So yes, you can explain to us.
From here? I need to move there.
You come here. Come here. Come here and explain to us what you're holding, what you're thinking, what's the story behind it. So welcome. Our career farmer.
A farmer who was arrested, well dressed, going to a training center to ensure that she can market, sell, and earn a living. And then comes the farmer who also has equipment and appreciates the importance of post-harvest handling. So that's what you see. So basically what I have in my hands, this is a mortar, an item used by a rural farmer to handle post-harvest and value addition. We use this for pounding nuts to make paste that later on we make the best stew for our families and our husbands.
And the believers said what?
Yes. This here on my head, basically this is a winnower, which is also used for post-harvest handling, for cleaning, maize, beans, basically millet, simsim, name it. If I had, I would have shown you how it's done. But most importantly, on my winnower are bananas. These are actually from my garden back in Gulu. Don't doubt it, I was in Gulu 2 weeks ago. I harvested, they take time to ripen. When they ripen, they look like this. Boil them and eat. Very sweet. Different names in the local languages. This here is also from my garden, hibiscus. Harvest, dry, stock, stays forever. I think I've had this for over 1 year. So after a year, some people want to take it for making wine. I'll give it to you at a fee. This is chili. So basically I have some chili, the red chili. So there's a young boy in Bulu who harvests this and does value addition. So I thought I could also show off that we have value addition taking place at different levels with our small scale. This is macadamia nuts. I got this from our office in Bulu. I didn't know it was edible until Joseph reached Bulu and amazed us that this is what we buy very expensively is in our compound. We just have to get the technology on how do we harvest, how do we remove the nuts, and how do we consume it. So I thought I could also share about this. So when I heard that we are going to do such a campaign, take photos, professional photos, I was like, I have to participate and show the potential in what we can actually do as women and earn a living, whether at our backyard or whether in large-scale farming. We have the resources, we have the potential, and when we take this to the market looking like this, sorry, I'm happy to have you purchase my products.
That's the first one.
Okay.
Now the second part, you need to sponsor to people. I make not everything.
This one which is on the shelves. This is on the shelves. We actually supported these.
Yeah, and we're having a conversation. You're going to clap again because these products are certified and some are actually undergoing UNK certification. Yes. Certification program alongside the so we are happy that we are practicing what we are preaching out there. Okay? Great. You can yes. I like the vibe. I like the vibe. There's already somebody from this side. Yes, the stage is all yours.
For me, I'm not only a farmer, but I'm a serious farmer. I do a lot of digging in the garden and where the soil is very hard, I use this side of the fork.
Okay. I'm serious farmers, you're learning.
I have been involved in growing a number of crops, but more especially crops that are very useful for us We have what we call okra. Okra is very useful for your body. It can help you in many things and cleaning your body so that you don't suffer from many sicknesses. We have this eggplant. This is another thing which is very important. Me, I like it when I'm cooking even meat, I put in it. I'm cooking smoked fish, I put in it. Then I also have a sample of the tomatoes that I've been planting, and you can see how healthy they are. So in a very small garden, I can harvest a lot of tomatoes. This is a sample. Unfortunately, I was also very hungry. Then I also have matoke in my gardens. This is also called value addition. I decided to show that matoke is not only cooked or boiled, but you can also roast it. And after this, those who will be interested in testing roasted matoke, you can come to me and I give you for free. I will not sell. Farming is not only about crop husbandry. There's also animal husbandry. So this represents the animal kingdom. We have some animals that we also keep at home, but we also use part of the products for other things. For example, this is the tail. So this is the tail of an animal, but we can use it for making what we use for dancing. So this, in our culture, we use it for dancing, but it comes from an animal. And I was inspired to put on this because Africa is the land where we do a lot of farming. That's why you can see Africa.
Great, great. I think, let me remind myself, a photographer of you, a photographer, serious farmer, a serious son of a farmer. Yeah, I'm not a farmer, just a serious farmer, serious son of a farmer. The tool, the garden tool. I think for me, the son of the farmer, I prefer this one, any of this one. That's what you can call it. Yes. Okay. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thank you so much. So, we might not have time. Yes, we might not have time, in the interest of time, to cover everybody, but wait a minute. We are still in time, yeah? But there is something that we are going to request you to do. Like we said, from today we are going to be unselfish, we'll share our stories. We want to hear about these stories. And today is not the last day to hear about these stories. So what we did was to design some beautiful papers. As you can see, beautiful in the campaign look and feel. It even has Kweli on there. We're going to give you these papers. Feel free to write your story of what has inspired you and what you're putting on, what is it you're presenting. Just that we'll have a few people here, but these stories will come back to you in a fashion that you will not even understand. You will become a celebrity. So please distribute and feel free to put your name. This internal campaign is going to keep running first and foremost up to the time we launch the events, but even after the events are launched, we'll keep going with the campaign. So I'm told there is a very passionate next person here. You're talking about the panda?
This one is for protection.
Okay. Okay, but the floor is all yours.
That person I had come to protect myself from is not here.
Okay.
That's so bad.
One of the...
So I'm here to represent the women aggregators. You know why I'm carrying Irish? It's because most of the women thank you. I cannot carry it.
Yes.
Thank you. So do you know why I'm showing you Irish as the product that I'm aggregating? It's because the women are excluded from most of the structured value chains, like coffee, vanilla, those value chains that bring up good money. All the best we can do is aggregate crops that are mostly food crops.
And well, that's one of the social norms that we want to fight. So as women aggregators, we are trying to see how best can we support women aggregators access finance so that they can be able to participate within the value chains that they are excluded from, because finance is one of the issues. But also, how do we speak to the general population that, you know, the women can, if you let them access finance, if you let them go for trainings that build their capacity to understand how the other value chains really work, if you allow them, you know why I'm carrying a panga is because some of the issues that women raise is if you're moving around with your crops and people know you're going to get a lot of money, they will attack you. So, moving your protection from Moses on time. So, that's why I was inspired just here to represent the women aggregators that, you know, women are not meant to only aggregate food crops, but they can also aggregate other crops that are high value.
Awesome. That helps me to emphasize one other thing. This campaign is prioritizing 3 key behaviors that we want to really promote. And the first one is that women can be traders and aggregators. The second one is that women can access credit to grow their enterprises. And the third one is that women can access and buy quality inputs. So thank you so much for representing behavior 1. Now, I have you know, I'm the MC, but I'm also a participant. The MC had chosen me to speak next about my money and all these things, but because I'm an aspiring gentleman, let me give the chance to come tell us.
A round of applause for the modern farmer. I'm here to change the face of farming, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need to be dirty. You don't need to look shabby. You can actually look good, dress well, and be a serious farmer. Why the youth are not getting involved in farming today is because of that picture you guys have painted, that farmers are dirty, they don't have any, they are not cool and all that stuff. I'm here to tell you that you can be a farmer and look good, and the goal is really to inspire the youth to join the cause. The youth women, come in, you'll not be dirty, you'll look good, and specifically I'm focusing on modern variety. This fruit has always been known not to grow in our country, Uganda and some parts of Africa. As a modern farmer, I took it a notch higher in the lands of Kweli, where the dews and the moles and the snows lie. We are able to get these fruits with the use of modern and quality agricultural inputs, so fertilizers, pesticides, and the likes. And here we are. Another round of applause for the modern farmer.
Yeah. I like that farmer, because people are not understanding us who have turned out to this fashion. We are the modern people. We are the modern farmers. But let me also tell you about myself. How many more people are going to tell us, itching to tell us the inspiration of what they have dressed on today? How many more are itching? Some people online. We have some hands online. Online people. Anybody has dressed interestingly and wants to share with us?
We saw Frederick was in the back.
In the interest of time, as they're still sorting themselves out, let me tell you about myself. Okay? So, what inspired me today are 3 things. I said, for those who know me, I'm always either having a scarf or a wristlet. And I chose to use myself today as a moving billboard. Whoever sees me, I'll tell them about this campaign. So, the money is about access to credit and increasing the income so that the livelihoods increase. That was the inspiration for the money. The inspiration for the flower, even though it is dying, is love, so that there is no gender-based violence. Okay? The inspiration for the seeds is so that women can access quality seeds, and that's why you see I have seeds all over. If you've not noticed, there are seeds here. Just really push that message. But finally, I was inspired by a region called Karamoja. I've been privileged to work in Karamoja, and I bought this thing in Karamoja. And from the statistics that we got from the baseline, Karamoja is wanting, especially with men supporting women. So today I'm here to represent the Karamajons. That said, I'm called Lokiru Francis. So we the Lokirus are pledging that we are going to support the women in Karamoja, okay? Yes, that's the message I came to convey today. Okay. So who else is... Yes.
May I take your outfit after? Don't just change it.
We shall discuss about that shortly. All right. Online, I don't see any hands. It seems they did not dress as well as expected. But yeah, within the room. Within the room. Ah, yes. Yes, Frederick.
Some of us have visited the gardens at the rain scale. Can I say something?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, even among us who support the farmers.
Sorry, just first hold it right there. Hold it right there first. Did the rain affect your camera?
Right now I'm in the shade.
Sorry.
Wait. Someone share these photos of my garden.
Okay, but you can turn on your video, and we just appreciate how you're looking this morning. Unless it's dangerous for you to reveal yourself. But... yes, now please proceed. Please proceed.
I wanted to pass over a message to some of my colleagues over there.
Please go ahead. Are you muted?
Okay. Am I back?
Yes, you're back. Loud and clear. Proceed.
Yeah, at times we do work for the purpose of being paid, and we really don't have that in-depth connection with the farmers out there. So, being a local farmer has enabled me really to have a feel of what the farmer goes through. At times, what you expect to get out there happens the way you anticipate. That whenever you connect, say, farmer to a bank, to a seed company, things will always happen the way we anticipate. As a local farmer, I've discovered that walking a journey with a farmer is what really matters at the end of it all. Knowing that after receiving a seed, at the end of it all, this guy is getting the market and is getting the money. Also, as a local farmer, I realized that I've created a lot of employment opportunities to the local. And most of my workers on the farm are women. Some of them come with their husbands to work on my gardens. Someone will share that photo of me being on my garden as a local farmer. So people are also earning a living from me as a local farmer. And they are working with their husbands closely to make sure that, they get to understand where this money comes from and how they are to use it. As a local farmer, I also work with my wife. She just made a call sometime back to the people working on the garden to find out how things are going. And with that relationship between me and her, it makes us really to have less disagreements in terms of whatever is happening on that garden. Over and out.
Thank you so much, Dr. Farmer. The iPhone farmers are also in the building. Do you have some ITEL farmers? ITEL? ITEL? We don't have ITEL. We only have Nokia and iPhone. Okay, yes. you were ready to share with us why you're looking, the way you're looking.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody has noticed anything on my shirt. Yes, you've noticed the hands. Yeah, so there are different handprints here. There's a handprint of my child. This big one is for my sister. I don't know why she has big hands. Oh. Yeah, that is the Nokia farmer with his farm.
Thank you very much, Nokia Farmer. We have seen the pictures.
Okay, back to me. Yeah, so I am spreading the message beyond and reaffirming the message that women of our land can. So I'm starting from my household. I am telling my child that you might be young, but just know that grow up knowing that you can do more and be more than what you think you can be. And I'm telling my sister that go out and give loans to women, more women, yeah? Support the women, your friends. And I'm also dressed like this to remember my mother. Most of us, I think, grew up in households where our parents were working in other places, but also gardening. And I'm sure most of us did the gardening bit. So today I decided to look like her, a bit minus that t-shirt, of course. She's clean. Just to remember her and her struggles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, people are very moved by what you've said. Just watch them.
Yeah.
Very, very moved. And I like when they talk about mothers. I'm holding this because of my mother also. When I was in senior 3, this was my cup that I used to take porridge in. 2 cups, just to be clear. And one fateful day, a visitor came to our home and pulled my mother aside and said, I am going like a normal man, which literally means you are suffering with this child because of the consumption. But I didn't grow fat, I'm still sizable. Okay, I want to give the last 2 people an opportunity to tell us about the inspiration behind their outfits. Anybody who is, I see some, yes, Sema is ready and, alright, so we are going to do a gender balancing item here. So get a gentleman, also get a lady. So, as the aspiring gentleman, really, we have to start with the lady.
Thank you so much. Kweli, the women of our land can. The slogan is so nice. So today, I only came dressing as a farmer, but I have not been farming properly. So when I came here, I collaborated with colleague farmers. This campaign reached me deep down in the rural areas. And today I learned that women can actually grow improved seeds. I borrowed from my colleague these 2 because they're healthy gender. And even if I don't know the variety, I'm going to show it at the input shop and they will give me the seeds, which I will grow. Thank you.
Wow. That right there is win number 1 of this campaign, even for the internal votes. You know, it's a social behavior change communication campaign. We have evidence that some change has started happening, okay? So the campaign is working already. Yes, let's keep those stories, keep coming. Yes, Mr. That's how you enter in style. And because you have entered in style, madam, after this gentleman, let me hear about you. Okay? Okay. As you're opening, let's allow the attention of this gentleman. You have to redeem yourself. You came when you were the one going first.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. The name is Kweli Emmanuel. So what inspired my outfit is because farming is one thing that is not very popular. And this tie I'm wearing is only worn by gentlemen. If you have noticed, weddings, those special events, that's when I wear the what? So I said, how do I corporatize farming? One of those ways was to have this what? This tie. But also, The one we dressed is I'm dressed like a mulalo, some are saying I'm a mulalo, some are saying I'm an extension worker. It's because one of the things I do is I support these. So I'm an extension, or my work is to teach. I teach very many things using this simple tool here that we call the chat. This tool. Some of you have seen it somewhere. This is what we use. So that's what inspired the outfit that I'm wearing. All Savides is my connection. Because this is our revolution. Thank you.
All right, just to draw attention to this tool here. As part of the campaign that we're doing, we are going to heavily be using a methodology called interpersonal communication. And we are having interpersonal communication agents that are going to be going to these districts where we are going to be going, the 14, and they'll be using something like this. For those who have had a chance to look at the Kweli materials, there's a material like this, which they're going to be using to speak to people in small groups at border stages, at markets, indoor, house to house, to just speak to them about the fact that Kweli women of our land can. Having said that, I like making grand entries, but Madam, you made a grandiest entry. And I have no words to really invite you, but just forgive me and come and tell us about, yes, you can tell us about why you have come with the winnowing what? That one, the winnower. And then the groundnuts, I love groundnuts, I really love groundnuts. Love groundnuts.
Why I have come with this?
The inspiration behind your entire outfit today and the choices you made to look like the way you're looking today and what you carry.
I didn't actually have to think about it because I'm a farmer. So this is a winnowing tray or gali. That's what we call it in my language. So this groundnuts, for those who have used shellers all your life, you do this, open, put in one hand and put the radish this side. When you are done, you winnow. So when it's hot at times, when I go to the garden, I put on a hat. Actually put on a trouser in the garden, but I thought this was good for now. I was going to supervise. I didn't have much work to do. And then also to pause for you.
Okay, let's pause together. Pause.
Let her come on that side because the
This side. Yeah, then I did the middle. Yes, you come here. Then meet the son of the farmer.
people Irish towards the other side.
As they were holding important things, I was holding porridge. All right, thank you so much. I think that's all the time we have for, unless I'm looking at our agenda. Yes. So these last 30 minutes were dedicated to us getting you off your feet, teaching you a few dance strokes, giving you an exclusive listen to the campaign jingle. But I think as the star of the jingle, the man that performed the jingle comes on the stage, it gives me another 5 minutes free to give somebody else a chance to come and just tell us about the outfits. You had been the one next in queue. Yes, but after this, I don't know which other lady.
Can we get someone from one of the regional offices? Gulu, redeem yourselves.
Yes, people from Gulu. When I go to Gulu, there is a name I was given. I'm just forgetting it, but I also have a name for Gulu. It means elephant, but I've forgotten it.
Someone from
Or
Bala?
Liech. Yes, something like that. So my brothers and sisters from Gulu. Gulu. Okay, as the Gulu people compose their thoughts, you guys don't even think in your local language. These days we think in English most of the time. So as they compose their thoughts, yes.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
serve this group which has employed me as their aggregator manager. So I have that space today. And because we are traversing the rural areas, one of the things that I did not forget is this phone, because the network is very stable once you are using this one. Of course, in aggregation, the other thing which is very important is the calculator, to make sure that the money is being calculated very well. And of course, we know that in the business of aggregation, you collect. So I've also moved with this to ensure that whatever we are buying is kept and stored very well. This other one, it is blue. It is the main color of the women's group. So that's how I've come here today. Thank you so much.
Wow. That reminds me of something. You see, every campaign has a key message, but it also has a call to action. Yes, we know the key message we are trying to put across is that, yes, Kweli women of our land can. But the main call to action for this Kweli campaign is one. As you will see in all the material, we are saying, men, let's support our women. Men, let's support our women to be traders, to be aggregators, to access credit, to access quality input. So, thank you, fellow man, for the work you're doing in that group. Okay, all right. Now we have 2 items left. Having heard from WeConnect in terms of the campaign and what it's going to be about, having understood that as staff, we have a role to play, a role around ensuring that you tell this story, you amplify the campaign message and voice. It is, I think, prime time now. The time is right for us to hear a keynote that puts all this together and helps us really start coming to the end of the conversation today. So to do that, I'm going to invite Gloria. Is that the name I was given? Harriet. Okay. Yes, I'm going to invite Harriet, who will come and give some closing remarks, powerful enough to not even convince us, because I think we're already convinced. How many are not convinced in the room? See, there is none. It's just to put the icing on the cake on what has been a truly surreal experience with you today. I shall live to tell this to my 2-year-old daughter when she finally is a woman of substance and power. Yes, so Harriet, allow me.
Closing remarks.
Yes, sort of keynote, closing remarks, powerful remarks. You can be a cocktail of all that. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you. What can I say? Looking at all the displays we've had, with this campaign of Kweli, which is basically meaning the women of our land can. I think as we saw potential to access the different production support services, and when we use that, we get produce or increase our productivity, we access the market, we fetch the incomes as women, and later we'll be able to create impact at our household. So this is at the heart of IAM as an activity. As we all know, it's inclusive agriculture markets activity. So when we talk about inclusivity, we want to be able to redefine the social norms that have been created around the potential of women. And I believe that in this partnership with WeConnect, we are using their talent, we are using their resources to develop this communication message, relay it out there so that we change the perspective of the potential about women. So I'm happy that this has been brought to us as staff members of IAM. I'm happy to see that the women in this office have dressed up, have shown their potential, they have brought their products into the market, and we are going to earn incomes. I'm still going to earn incomes from all of you, from my products, just to display that yes, we have the potential, access the inputs, access the finances, access the markets, and be able to increase our income. So it's been a great day, it's been a great moment, and I'm believing that even the team in the field, you know, we've shared. Some people out in the field doing field work. Frederick is out doing monitoring, but he's still been able to show what he's doing. We saw Molly in the Garden of Maize. So really, what more can we ask for? I think we've lived the subject for this day, and now it's our turn to pick this and take it out so that more people can see the potential in our women and youth. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you so much. Powerful remarks over there. We are now coming to the end. As our artist gets ready, I have the privilege of teaching you something today. So the fun part starts right now. This campaign is going to be fun. We are using edutainment to get this message across. So I'm going to teach you some things. I will request that you stand up, find some space. There's a lot of space in the room. Find space. We're going to do something very, very simple. Please get it ready. Okay, so feel free. This campaign has a jingle, and it's very, very simple, and we're going to learn it together, okay? So I'll begin and I'll demonstrate, okay? So the first word in that jingle is yes, okay? The word is yes. So when we say yes, we just open our arms and say yes, yes, yes. Okay, just say yes. As simple as that. Yes. Okay? That's the first word you'll hear in that jingle. After that, you'll hear something that goes like this. Kweli. Kweli. Now when you hear kweli, you say kweli. Kweli. Huh? So it is yes. Kweli. So this is affirmation. Eh? Kweli. Huh? Okay, so in the introduction you'll hear yes, kweli, yes, okay? So let's first do those three. Yes. Kweli. Yes. That's okay? Okay. Then it starts like this. Women can grow the business. Okay? Women can grow the business. So to do that, we are going to do this. Women can grow the business. Because they are growing the what? The business. Women can grow the business. Women can grow the business. Okay, nice. I love this. Then the next line says something like this. Women can manage the loans. Women can manage the loans. So for managing the loans, remember where we are coming from. Women can grow the business. Women can manage the loans. Women can manage the loans. Okay? Okay? Get your feet as they manage the money, okay? So women can grow the business. Women can manage the loans. Okay, nice. Then the next line says, they can succeed with no violence. Okay? They can succeed with no violence. Okay? They can succeed with no violence. They can succeed with no violence. And that thing is repeated in the next line. And we reaffirm and say, with no violence, they can succeed. Okay? So it is, they can succeed with no violence. With no violence, they can succeed. Now, how are we going to do that? So you know what we said? Women can grow the business. Women can manage the loans. People want to chop. We are managing. Okay? So for violence, as we are here for violence, we are saying, they can succeed with no violence, okay? With no violence, okay? They can, and you're using one hand, okay? They can succeed with no violence. Now to reaffirm, with no violence, they can succeed. So we're going to use our two hands, but this is how we're going to do it. They can succeed with no violence. With no violence, they can succeed. Wow, you're very, very awesome. So after that, the jingle continues, okay? Am I progressing the next slide? No, I am not. Okay? Okay. So let them get quality seed. So let them get quality seed. So let them get quality seed. Then we'll have something to eat. Huh? You see? So let them get quality seed. Then we'll have something to eat. Okay? Okay? Hey, you want us first take from the start? Yes? Yes. Kweli. Yes. Women can grow their business. Women can manage their loans. They can succeed with no violence. With no violence, they can succeed. So let them get quality seeds. Then we'll have something to feed. Okay? You have something to feed, eh? Yes. Yes. Then after that, this is where the real call to action comes. I'm calling upon all the men. 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 Let's support them. Let's support them. Okay? That's the line, okay? I'm calling upon all the men. So you'll call on the men, okay? Yes. Yes, I'm calling upon all the men. Let's support them. Let's support them. Now, after that, for those who don't know how to dance, that part was very, very easy. Just gesturalize it and all that. Now we are going to... Hey, you're calling upon all the men. Let's support them. Then we now go to them. Yeah? Now, you're going to do a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, but you're going to use your feet.